Hello and welcome on Storyboard. Today I'm talking to Philip Kotler, Professor of International Marketing at the Kellogg School of Management at the Northwestern University in the USA. At least 2 generations of marketers can claim to have learned the basic principles of marketing management from him. His books over the decades have been used as textbooks in business schools around the world. He is in India this week after hosting the World Marketing Summit in Dhaka. Over 4,000 people came to hear how marketing could create a better world. Professor Kotler, it's good to have you on Storyboard. Now, in the past decade, you've emphasized that marketing can and should create a better world. Tell us your vision for this function.
You know that there are many marketing congresses where marketers exchange ideas and learnings to help their businesses, but there's no congress where they meet in order to talk about how marketing can create a better world through marketing. Now, we organized the world's first World Marketing Summit with that idea in mind, and we focused on 4 areas, namely, how can marketing help improve the environment? How can marketing help improve the education? How can marketing deliver better health? How can marketing help shape the food supply so it's better?
You mentioned the health sector. Can you illustrate how marketing can be put to work here?
Marketing can definitely make a difference in delivering better health to people who need them. It turns out that there's 2 particular things that marketing can create. One is more accessibility. There are so many people in the world who are poor, who have to walk miles to get to a health clinic, hoping there's even a doctor there. And so accessibility is one of the things that marketing's good at. Normally we call it improving the channels of distribution, the places where you can get access to the service called health. The second way we're going to improve things is by affordability. We're going to not only use doctors, but we are going to train what we call nurse practitioners who will be delivering good solutions to common problems of health. So the brief answer is we can improve accessibility and affordability for health.
Why would you say that that's a marketing solution?
Because marketers are always trying to solve needs by increasing the availability of good service. And that exactly is a mission of marketers to, in fact, what is marketing? You're going to a basic question. The basic question is marketing about selling products or is it about solving customer problems? One of the earliest wonderful definitions of marketing is the aim of marketing is to raise the standard of living and everything that makes up good living. Health is one of the things that makes up good living, and marketers have figured out how to create value.
Professor Kotler, it's an acknowledged imperative these days for companies to be principle-led or value-based, and it's also important that they should project a higher purpose that they serve or a greater relevance that they may have to the society they belong to. Why has this change happened?
Yes, it is a change that's taking place, and we originally called it corporate social responsibility, where we were hoping that companies would be good citizens, that companies sell lots of products and services that we hope will be safe and healthy and other things. And many of the larger and leading companies know they're under a microscope. They have thousands or millions of customers who get any news about these companies and wonder sometimes if they're performing well. So companies want to show that they care. And they do it through philanthropy often, or volunteering for several things. Often the CEO of a company will be heading the American Cancer Fund or some other organization to show that he cares and maybe that his company or her company cares too. I think it's part of what we call differentiation. Many companies copy each other, and we end up with a set of commodities, and we might as well do business at any bank or go into any reasonable hospital for patient care. But one of the ways in which you can stand out as an organization in a saturated and highly competitive marketplace is to be different in some way. There's many ways to be different. Your quality could be better. You could be better at service. One way to be better is to have a record of outstanding caring for the community. Remember, every organization, even if it's large, is in different communities. And being in a community means that the community has certain expectations about the factory that you're running in their community, the hospital that you're running in their community. And it's very easy to knock on the doors of these companies in a community and say, could you help us? Now, I happen to have a particular philosophy. I would like a company not to be so much giving out a little money for this, that, and the other thing, but I want each company to choose a social problem where it wants to make a difference. Avon, the very large company that's in direct selling, has decided that since most of their customers are women, they want to raise money for research in breast cancer so that we reduce that awful problem. So every company, I think, should express its caring by choosing some issue that matters to people.
Is the marketing function, and more specifically, is the chief marketing officer the guy who's meant to create this positioning and differentiation and this goal and objective for the company, or is it something that the CEO needs to articulate and then it gets implemented by the marketing team and the marketing officer?
Well, I think that it should be really company-wide. In fact, I almost would recommend that the company says to its employees, and including its distributors and suppliers, working with them as a team, we want to be helpful. We want to take 1% of our profits and do some good. And let us all decide where we can make a difference. This is not public relations. This may have a public relations impact, but that's not the reason. We want to make a difference. Let's choose an issue.
So who should drive this?
The marketing person is part of the decision-making and part of the implementation. But I really think it works best when it is something that the employees are very enthusiastic about and they feel proud to be inspired by such a cause.
Let's take a commercial break here, Professor Kotler, but we'll be back very soon after the break and we'll discuss the challenges before marketers today.